Well, in what might just be the worst kept secret in 2023, the Vancouver Canucks have fired head coach Bruce Boudreau and have replaced him with Rick Tocchet. Now, as a Coyotes fan, I'm going to start off with the Rick Tocchet stuff. I like Rick Tocchet. And, again, apologies if my voice sounds weird. I have a strep throat. It feels weird as hell. I've loved Rick Tocchet. Rick Tocchet's been one of my favorite coaches for a while. I enjoyed watching him coach the Arizona Coyotes in previous years. Although he didn't get this team to the playoffs, he still was a good coach. He worked with what he had, and he made the team competitive and pretty solid. So that as a whole, I do believe he can be a good coach for Vancouver, but it's not the right move. It isn't the right move whatsoever. Now, I'm going to read some tweets for you. Some tweets that happened last night following the game versus Edmonton, and some tweets that have happened today. So, if the reported TNT clause, yeah, that's the thing. The TNT clause in Rick Tocchet's contract, it was that he had to have a 4 weeks notice prior to him leaving TNT. So that meant that the Canucks had this planned before Christmas. Before the holiday season started, they had this planned. They knew that they were going to fire Bruce Boudreau, and they made it the worst kept secret ever. They let the rumors just fly. They let Bruce Boudreau have to say all these emotional things to the media, and it was horribly handled, and it was unprofessional, and quite frankly, it's embarrassing to the Canucks organization that they let this happen. So embarrassing. You look at some other tweets here. Vigneault, fired in 2013. Gillis, fired in 2014. Tortorella, fired in 2014. Desjardins, fired in 2017. Linden, fired in 2018. Green, fired in 2021. Benning, fired in 2021. And Boudreau, fired in 2023. So that, over the course of 10 years, is literally 8 different staff members, 7 of them being coaches, that have been fired. And that's not even counting the countless scouts, the countless assistant coaches. There has been so many other different staff members that have been fired over the past 10 years. And if we go even back further than that to 2011, there's probably even more. And it is absolutely ridiculous at the fact that this Canucks team they have a solid team here. They don't have a bad core. They really don't. The issue is ownership. Honestly, I used to be on everyone's side. I used to think it was management. And honestly, it probably was for a little bit there. It probably really was. It probably was Travis Green and Jim Benning just being absolutely terrible. And all the coaches before that, they never got one coach in there to establish a good system. The only coach that got this team to the playoffs is Travis Green. And honestly, if I'm correct, if they didn't have a bubble playoffs, I don't think the Canucks would have even made it. So that is embarrassing, honestly. And when you look at all these coaches, the one that has given them the most hope is Bruce Boudreau. 110%. I truly have no words. So let's find some other tweets here. Bruce Boudreau said in a press conference last night after the Oilers game, he said, quote, "Thank you. I don't know what I did to deserve it. Last year, the there it is chant, I was worried about it, but it sure felt good yesterday and today. I just wish we won one for them," says Bruce Boudreau when asked for his message to the fans. That just goes to show that he was the only coach that gave this team genuine hope. The Bruce there it is quote, amazing. Like last year when I was making videos on the Canucks, amazing. And watching Canucks games last year too, it was awesome. Watching this team just, prove everyone wrong. They went on a win streak. They barely missed the playoffs, mind you. And he actually came closer to the playoffs than, honestly, I think most of those coaches that we mentioned earlier have ever before. So it just goes to show how it is just, look, it's difficult when the team's playing bad, but it wasn't his fault. Not at all. Looking at another tweet here. One last tweet. Bruce Boudreau said post-game that he had a parade of players come to his office after the game and say goodbye individually, all of them in tears along with him. Now, as well as that, Luke Shen even said that, like, it is a great farewell for him. And that means that the players even knew that this was going to happen too before it even, like, when have you ever seen in a timeline, in not just NHL history, in sports history, where you see a player acknowledging a coach getting fired? Where do you ever see that? You never see, oh yeah, it's a great farewell for him before he gets fired. That's more or less what Luke Shen said. And it just goes to show how, tied to the team that these players were with Bruce Boudreau. And honestly, a lot of them probably don't want to be in Vancouver anymore. Not even like guys like Bo Horvat, Kuzmenko. Honestly, I was going to talk about it in a later video, but I'm just going to say it here. Honestly, maybe the Canucks should just trade everyone. Maybe that's what they should do. I already knew they said that they were going to try and sell house and trade a lot of players. But maybe they should just trade everyone. Trade the whole team. Get a whole team here evolved around Rick Tocchet. Go hard for Bedard. Go hard for a good prospect in this year's draft. Stop trying to be competitive. Just blow it all up. And that's what I've been saying for years, I think even. Even like last year I was saying it too. It wasn't a bad idea. And now you look up to now. 10 years later from the first firing of Alain Vigneault, 12 years from, the Stanley Cup Finals and the riots, they've made the playoffs literally twice. Literally twice in 12 years. And that is just, and I might be wrong with that stat. I don't think I am. But that is just embarrassing. Honestly. And honestly, I have no words. I really have no words on, where this team would go next. Honestly, like this team, they have no identity now. The identity for this team was the Bruce Boudreau mentality and just watching that and how amazing it was. Now, they got nothing. So, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you all very much for watching. Fred Sporsley, I really do appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe down below if you're new. Anyways, thank you all for watching. And, just goes to show this is a bad future ahead for the Vancouver Canucks. But, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.